Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Discover a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
This episode is brought to you by United Airlines. When you want to make the most of your vacation, book with United. They're an airline that cares about your travels as much as you do. United is transforming the flying experience with Bluetooth connectivity, screens, power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to help fit everyone's bag. And with their app, you can skip the bag check line, get live updates, and more. Change the way you fly. Book your next trip today at united.com.
Fever, cough, congestion. When the symptoms keep coming, but you've got to keep going, you can rely on Mucinex Fast Max All-in-One. Just one dose of Mucinex Fast Max All-in-One relieves up to 9 cold and flu symptoms, helping you get on with your day. Need cold and flu relief? Get Mucinex Fast Max All-in-One and Done Relief. It's comeback season. Use as directed.
You should actually start with the sigh that you let out right before we pressed record. So there you go. Welcome to Fisting Friday, everyone. This is going to be a gentle fist. This might just be a pinky in the bum.
It's been a rough couple days. My computer is messed up. I'll talk about it on See You Next Tuesday because it's really stupid what is happening with it. Like, take the stupidest thing that you can think of and then be like, you have to do that. And that's what it will be. And then, like, my allergies are super bad right now. So that's why I sound extra nasal. I know I sound nasally anyway, but super nasally today. And it even took, I'm on my desktop. It took 15 minutes to turn on to begin with. And then probably 20 minutes because I was actually sitting here at 12. We were going to start at 12:45. So I sat down at 12:40. And I was like, it shouldn't take more than 5 minutes to turn on. No, it took 20 minutes to turn on. And then my camera said it wasn't connecting to this either, like the camera that's built into my computer. But luckily, I do have an external camera that I plugged in. But then I had to figure out how to set it up because I can't be at an angle or I can't see Megan. And then that took another, 15 minutes, but then we don't even use video for Fisting Friday, so it was all for naught. Even though we will eventually use video, it was just like I could have been doing this literally while we were recording this. I could have been setting it up.
True. But
and I also lost my phone. Well, I thought I lost it, but it was less than 2 inches away on my little stand that holds my laptop while I'm sitting here if I had a laptop. So
I'm going, your phone is nearby. And Melissa's like, oh, I know, but where is it? So that's what's happening. So if the eye line, when you watch the video version, is a little off.
This is Fisting Friday. They can't, they don't even know.
The video version of the rest of the podcast. Yeah. You'll know earlier than everyone else because you're listening to Fisting Friday.
And you would have to be a subscriber of our Patreon to know for sure.
So you're like a ultra winner in our eyes because you actually can buy our love and it is available for a sliding scale on Patreon.
You can buy our I will say.
Oh, true. You have to earn our love. Earning our love means that you have to come to our live streams and we have to vibe. You know, because I love some of those bitches.
Me too.
Do you hear me say some? No,
some. I heard you say
because some. We also don't know.
We don't know it very well yet.
But some of you bitches. Yeah, I love some of ththose bitches.
Me too.
I'm not gonna name check because if you know, you know, rude. You know. And also, like, I don't want people to know if they know. If like, you know, keep you on your edge to be like, ooh, I hope she loves me. Look at me, toxic.
Oh, okay. My eyes are literally watering. All right.
I forgot my eye drops today, so it will be happening to me too.
Yeah, it's if I don't put it on before I put my eye makeup on, I'm done for the day. So.
If I don't, for sunscreen, if I don't put it, and then I do it after my sunscreen, then I go, cool, sunscreen's in my eye. Now I'm just burning and I look high.
Yeah. So here we are. struggling, but we'll get through this.
We will. We'll get through it together, everybody. And we're going to read the results of last week's episode of
our 100th episode.
Oh, yeah. Didn't everyone love the celebration we did? Nothing.
Yay. Maybe for 150, we'll do like an actual one.
Yeah. We've been discombobulated for a while. Someone needs to screw our heads back on straight. Like, we've been discombobulated for some time. And I do think we can blame so many things. First, pollen.
Yes.
Next, grass.
And if you're a Bridgerton fan, we're not talking about Penelope and Colin.
Oh, speaking of, I'm going to be talking about that on See You Next Tuesday.
Did you start watching?
I started watching, and Melissa, first of all, I have problems, and I know I have problems, but like I literally was Googling, being like, what's wrong with me? And we'll get into it.
Okay.
So I guess we should just hop into reading the results. Yes. Episode 100. First up is me. Meghan wants to stop memifying activism, and Mandy Patinkin, my king, is the image. 4% said I was wrong. 96% said I was not wrong. I don't think I found anyone who replied to this one.
I don't think so either.
So I'm curious, the people who voted that.
The next up we have, Melissa thinks if you have to create a breathing technique to attend a function, you should be permanently banned. 4% said I was wrong.
I did have to ask Melissa for clarification. I was like, what was this about again? Because like in picking a picture, I was like, I know it's like not about people with asthma because I made that joke. And so I was like, and also that would be a to your own self-detriment. So I'm glad I included the picture because people are like, if you didn't include this would have made, I forgot for a second what this was. So thank you for coming in clutch so quickly yesterday.
You're welcome. In the videos of Kim, you could also literally see how she was barely able to walk in the corset. And I was just watching, screaming, get her out of that fucking outfit, it's killing her, to myself. Like, we all know that Kim always goes very far for her outfits, but this was several steps too far and just straight up unnecessary. She could have worn the exact same outfit, but without the corset squeezing the life out of her, and she would have achieved the exact same effect with the look without hurting herself. Agree. Also, she was walking on her tiptoes. So that also added to it because she couldn't wear shoes that would mess with whatever was going on at the bottom of that dress.
Because she wouldn't hem it.
Yeah, hem it. Like she was literally just walking on her tiptoes and couldn't breathe. Yeah.
And the outfit still wasn't good. Like that's the whole thing that I'm like, you're going to do all of this. If you think the most interesting thing about you is contorting your body, when in fact one of the best dress things you ever wore was a silhouette that was your body. And like you're not making the best dress list and you're doing all of this. Look at the people who are making it and they're not doing it.
Stupid little cardigan too.
Oh my god, it's a shrug. Like a full-on little fucking limited do shrug. It's like a pashmina.
I know. So, and for her babies when they're, I don't even know how old her kids are. They're like bigger now. I don't know. But like when they were like infants, that was one of theirs.
What they took from the hospital. And she's like, it's kind of like, you just grabbed your boyfriend's cardigan. I was like, bitch, who is your boyfriend? Alert the authorities. Your boyfriend is a
Keebler
child.
elf.
Yeah, literally. Get him out of that tree, Kimberly.
All right. And then someone else said, as a girl with anxiety and asthma, I was giggling so much at this. At first, I was like, whoa, what do you mean? Haha, but totally agree. As a girl with asthma and anxiety as well, I was not talking about us. Earlier this week, I think it was yesterday, maybe, I don't know, whatever day it was. I thought I was having a panic attack. And so I was trying to take deep breaths. I took a puff of my inhaler because that has worked in the past. Still nothing. I was like, I'm drinking so much water.
Spiritual warfare?
I was like, no, I just mean like, I was like, I don't know, like I'm not leveling out. Like I'm not dehydrated. Like it's not that. And then I was like, maybe my electrolytes are unbalanced. So then I just ate some pickles and I was fine.
Yeah. The shutdown of your body of that feeling where you're like, oh, actually, my heart is stopping. My blood's no longer pumping. Like it becomes like this is do or die. And then when you think it's anxiety and then the anxiety things don't work, you're like, oh no, this is actually death. This is so crazy. Right. Good on you. It would have taken me a while to figure that out.
No, it was like a couple hours. Okay. Like I was sitting there. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. And I was just like, I was just going down the list when it just, after I took the inhaler and it wasn't helping, I was like, then it's not respiratory. Like the breathing isn't going to help with that. So it's got to be something else.
It's also been uncharacteristically, actually, it's now characteristically humid for Los Angeles at this time. And that fucks with our cool down sweating process or whatever. So we need more electrolytes when it's humid.
Yep. I also had turned the air conditioner down, like way down. I was like, it's cold in here and that's not helping. So yeah, I was going through all the different things.
I've been putting pickles on everything I've been eating since last week.
Yeah.
Remind me, I got to post that pic that someone sent. Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
Someone sent. And I was like, this is why like I love our audience, because the same way that you and I will see something and we're like, oh my God, I have to send that, or like tag, people do that for us. And I'm like, God, looking out for us. But someone sent saying like, saw this and thought of you. And it says, pickles are fantastic until you're in one. I was like, I love that.
That's perfect for our audience, because everybody's always like, I'm in a pickle.
Exactly.
Yeah, after when I did finally, to give follow up, if you weren't following me on Instagram and you didn't attend our live stream, I did make the pickle sandwich. It was delicious. It was a little, when I got to the second half, a little too salty, where it was too much. But like for half a sandwich, it's very delicious. Like,
oh yeah,
it was scrumptious. But then I just ate the rest of it later. So some for now, some for later.
That's how I feel about sandwiches in general. I usually am a half a sandwich girl, unless I've like really like have pushed myself so hard that like I'm getting tired, because not that I'm full, but because like eating takes a lot of energy out of me. So then I just pause and then I go, actually, I could have the second half. So I usually need like a 5 to 10 minute breather and then I'm ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise I'm like half a sandwich girl.
That had to be one of my most popular stories that I've ever done. So many people were writing in, so excited about this thing, saying that they were going to make one too. So
I can't wait to hear from everybody.
Me
Send
too.
pictures, please.
Yeah. It wasn't even just like our listeners. It was also just like friends.
Oh, well, like as soon as you sent me that TikTok, I was like, this actually has to happen immediately.
Yeah. And I tagged the sandwich company in it, and they said,
the one on the East Coast?
Yeah.
We need y'all to come here because you fucking teased us. You blueballed us with your goddamn fucking location.
They said, so glad you were able to create your own pickle sandwich. It's great when you're craving something but don't want bread. Hope you loved it.
We did. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I said I absolutely loved it. Thank you for your inspiration.
I feel like Jimmy John's could get on it.
Yeah, I feel like you could probably go to any. There's so many delis here in LA. I'm sure if you just went to one and just asked them to do it, then they would do it.
Yeah, because Jimmy John's was doing for before anyone, maybe like around the same time In-N-Out started, but they do like lettuce wrapped sandwiches. And I gotta say, the lettuce wrapped tuna sandwich, it's giving the like chicken lettuce cups from P.F. Chang's, and it's like such a fucking like it's so good. You think like, oh, that's a lot of tuna to lettuce. No, the crunch is so fucking perfect.
Yes.
God, I could go for that. Maybe that'll be my lunch.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
Kroger Delivery has one mission: to deliver the freshest food right to your door. That's why our drivers are pros. Our trucks are refrigerated. And when it comes to low prices, we always deliver. With $20 off your first order of $75 or more, there's no better time to get in on the action. Mission accomplished. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Then we have writer number 1 versus Rachel, who posted a picture with the writer's boyfriend. 77% said the writer's wrong. 23% said the writer is not wrong, which is kind of like what I expected, that it would be a little more torn. Mm-hmm. Someone said, I agree with Meghan about the writer not being wrong for feeling her feelings, but I think that the way she went about it and how the message came off was wrong. And someone else said, writer's not wrong for having feelings and thinking it's weird that this girl kept those pictures up, but so wrong for messaging. And like y'all were saying, I don't think her feelings were wrong, but yeah, reaching out to Rachel to try and get her to take the photo down wasn't the best plan. Gives Rachel the power. Insecurity is a pain, but no one can fix it from the outside. That's a great way to phrase it. Yeah, I think about that stuff all the time. Same thing with like being happy or whatever. It's like, if you rely on any of those outside forces to do any of that, then you just start getting resentful and mad because it's never going to work. Mm-hmm. You have to be open to it. It can like help and be like stepping stones, but like you have to want it.
Exactly.
So I hope that they're feeling better about this. And also they can recover from this. Like I hope they don't think that like we think that like that they're stupid or that like they should feel embarrassed whatsoever. Like we've all acted on emotions before. And this is just it's one of those learning lessons that like sometimes the lesson is expensive and sometimes the lesson is kind of embarrassing. And this one's just like a little embarrassing and that's fine.
You got to get humbled a little bit sometimes. All right. And then we have writer number 2 versus not wanting to see their mother for Mother's Day. Who's wrong? 2% said the writer is wrong. 98% said the writer is not wrong. Here's a response that someone sent in. I forgot what the specifics of this call were, but as someone who also has a complicated relationship with their mother, I called in about it a while ago. I also really didn't want to see her for Mother's Day, to the point where I was severely anxious in the weeks leading up, but since she is recently divorced and her other child is in jail, I felt obligated to do something for her that day, so we had an hour-long awkward lunch. Upside down smiley emoji. So no, the writer is definitely not wrong.
Yeah. I did see this creator I follow on TikTok that had like posted about how her mom has like recently passed, and so she's still like in the thick of grieving. And there were like a couple brands that like she's just on email lists for, like not even PR, but just like, you know, you get on the list from ordering something, and they
I saw this too.
Yeah, and it was like basically being like we know there's a holiday coming up that can be so super celebratory for some and like super hard for others. Like please check this box if you want to opt out of receiving those emails. And I was like, that's so nice and like so great that, you know, using it as a marketing tactic. It's just kind of like you just have to cast such a wide net. And like I know that people who work at those companies, like they know that like it's going to be on the receiving end of some other people, but it's like ultimately like it's the bottom line. But that makes me want to like shop from those companies that I've never heard of before. You know?
Yeah, and it probably took somebody on the team that was going through those emotions to say, hey, maybe we shouldn't send this to everybody.
Yeah, like especially just because like the headlines are like, did you forget about mom? And it's like people who have like
on purpose or like or I am trying to forget because she's it's dead. Hurtful. Like,
yeah, it's like there's so many things that like I feel for especially people who like are grieving good parents. Like I feel so bad for them having to endure that stuff. So I wish more companies were like that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God. Then we have my wrong of the week. I nominated Caroline Constner, however you say her name. 99% said she was wrong. 1% said she is not wrong.
Seeing this picture makes me so irate because I hadn't seen it when you initially did it. I just heard what you were saying. But she actually like what did she do? It was just a Photoshop?
Yeah, but she also, like, the video in itself is supposed to be, like, where I've been. And so what she's doing in that is, like, pretending it's over the course of all this time of her getting more and more pregnant. So she's not saying that she suffered an early miscarriage. Like, that's not what the implication is when she has her next video being like, I lost the baby. Because, like, she's, like, rubbing her belly and, like, doing all of this stuff in the video. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, it's crazy. And she, like, goes into, like, talking about, like, her health stuff and, like, how that's really scary. And I was like, you're, like, sick. Like, this is like, this is sick. Someone said, the more the story went on, the more shock ran through my bones. This is so far out of pocket. I can't believe people are still following her. One of the craziest things for me was reading the comments on her video and how many people, or even in replies on Twitter, were like, you just, like, don't get her. And, like, just staunchly defending her, being like, I knew it was a joke from the beginning. And I'm like, but did you? Like, did you watch that video and did you comment, like, ha, 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 like, LOL, we all know this isn't real. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, no, you're just trying to be ahead of it. But, like, you as a polite person, even if you didn't think it was real, you would never fucking comment on someone saying that they're pregnant and they're single and they're in their 20s, they're really struggling with health issues. You would never comment like that's not true. Like, you're a fucking liar. Like, love the line, girl. Like, keep it up. Like, you wouldn't comment that, because on the off chance you would be wrong, you would never want to put someone through that, let alone have other people watch, like, see your comment. And I'm like, so don't pretend that, like, this is crazy. Crazy.
I was shocked how many people were on her Patreon.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
I guess she's on a podcast, and, like, that's, like, what people were like, well, if you were a real fan of her, you would, like, be listening to the podcast. And if she was really pregnant, she would talk about it on the podcast, but she doesn't. And I'm like,
everybody can't consume everybody's content across all platforms, Erica. Also, so she won't hear that. Somebody will report back to her. Love you. That's one of the ones we can say. Love you.
Yeah, we do love you. But, like, thinking about the sense that, like, a podcast is primarily, first and foremost, an audio. Experience. Like, and
unless she had set it up on the podcast that I'm about to do this really funny prank.
Yeah, but then it would have never worked.
No.
Yeah, she also, like, I guess has done, like, she does, like, fake, like, infomercials for, like, problematic products, too. And everyone's like, she's just, like, an edgelord. I'm like, okay, she's, like, at the time she's doing it, I'm like, no, she's, like, a 16-year-old white girl from, like, the Midwest. Like, stop. Like, this is just, no. So, yeah, I'm aghast. Even editing that photo, like, I mean, just, like, pulling the fucking screenshot from, like, the thumbnail of the video. I was like, this is so crazy.
All right. And then mine was veneer text. 98% said the texts are wrong. 2% said the texts are not wrong. Someone said the texts are wrong, but even more wrong are the companies targeting these mostly women to train them as some sort of boss babe MLM adjacent BS. I don't think it's mostly women, though. I think there's a lot of dudes that are doing it too. And it's not like companies, it's just people that are making shit up.
Yeah, it's like an MLM. It's like you've got one of those people at the top who's getting other people to do it. Mostly the people I've seen have been women, but I've seen...
And most of the ones that I've seen have been men.
Oh, yeah. So that's just algorithm. I would say for the lip injection ones, I've seen 99% of the people I've been seeing them are women and then also single moms, which I was like, this is so fucked up. So fucked up.
And someone else said the techs aren't the problem here. It's the people selling the fake certificates.
Well, the certificates aren't real. And like, there's no certification in general. So like,
it's a two-hander, like I explained in the thing. It's like the people are coming, like when there are problems, then the quote unquote techs are giving them like solutions that aren't actually not actually solutions. So like they're contributing to the problem. It's two-hander.
Yeah, but you also cannot, the certification doesn't exist. It's like it's in Canva. Like it's not that like someone is selling fake certifications. The certification, there is not a real version of the certification. But like there are
people that are posing to be the people that are doing the certifications.
No, but like even you can't get certified because it's not, you have to go to
I know, that's what I'm
school.
saying. Some people don't know that it's not something that you can actually get certified. Like there is this, when I first heard about it was because of this man that he was posing with his certificate, and then people were like saying this isn't a real job, and he was like, I got certified by this person, and and y'all just don't want to see a man on the come up. And then someone else said, okay, I work for the ADA, so I was literally getting calls. For people that don't know, that's the American Dental Association. So I was literally getting calls from people that this happened to, and it's awful to see. But actually the ADA is a nonprofit dentist organization. So we don't oversee dentistry in terms of procedures and regulations. So for people who are wanting to report this, should actually reach out to their state dental boards. These are the government bodies that oversee these issues.
It's fucked. It's fucked. But yeah, my biggest issue is obviously the people practicing it, but it's not. My biggest issue is the people who are training the people to practice it.
And then someone else said RIP to Atlanta, and that is one of our Atlanta delegates.
Yep.
That don't know the other one.
Yeah, that's one of our Atlanta delegates. Actually, you know what? Neither of them have appendixes.
Correct.
I was going to say the one with an appendix. And I said, actually, I don't think they've got an appendix either.
Nope.
Appendix-less Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Well, that is it. We hope you all enjoyed. And don't forget to vote for last week's episode, or the one that just came out. And maybe you're not caught up. Yesterday's episode. If you're not caught up, go listen and vote. And who knows when the voting will be up.
We should try to get it out a little bit sooner because people are forgetting.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the person who's forgetting to upload is me. And then other people are forgetting to vote. And I can't be mad at them because we're birds of a feather.
I know.
I'll be a little less chaotic after the end of this week because we're getting our tree stumps grinded down.
Oh, yeah. We will fish you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all. I'm JJ.
Hey, guys. It's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out Real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. Look for The Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you love Disney? Do you love top 10 lists?
Then you are going to love our hit podcast, Disney Countdown. I'm Megan, the Magical Millennial.
And I'm the Dapper Danielle.
On every episode of our fun and family-friendly show, we count down our top 10 lists of all things Disney. The parks, the movies, the music, the food, the lore. There is nothing we don't cover on our show.
We are famous for rabbit holes, Disney-themed games, and fun facts you didn't know you needed.
I had Danielle and Megan record some answers to seemingly meaningless questions. I asked Danielle what insect song is typically higher pitched in hotter temperatures and lower pitched in cooler temperatures.
You got this.
No, I didn't.
Don't believe that. About a wish coming true? Well, I didn't either. Of course, I'm just a
cicada. I'm crying. I'm so sorry, Jiminy.
You win that one.
So if you're looking for a healthy dose of Disney magic, check out Disney Countdown wherever you get your podcasts.